MVP. And I'm applying full court pressure, baby. Understand me. Understand? Let's go. Man, I must be blind, I don't see no D. Posted with the squad, come see about me. Hands up in the air now. Wave 'em round like you really don't care now. Put that ball up in my hand, you know I'm scoring. Man, I know I'm so above the rim, I must be Jordan. Or I must be Kobe, or Alonzo in the morning. Or I know they snoring, about to wake 'em out the coma. Cause I'm applying full court pressure, baby. Understand me, full court pressure, baby. Understand, cause I started all the way from the ground. I know exactly what it takes to wear the crown. I know.
Welcome to Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELC on Sports Talk 1080 The Team. I'm your host, Danny Thompson, checking with you tonight live here in a multitude of different places here. For those who've never listened to the show before, for the next 2 hours, we're talking everything NBA about your favorite teams, players with some of the best writers, beat writers, bloggers, and personalities from all across the country. Myself and also my two co-hosts. Sitting in front, across from me right now, he is the editor-in-chief of FullCourtPressRadio.com and also one of the most opinionated people you're going to find anywhere, Paul Myers. Paul, how you doing, my friend?
Yo, man, just looking forward to another show. I mean, it's always fun.
Exactly. And we're waiting for Marc Johnson to call in. He's running a little behind right now, but, you know, it all be set through. He's also the social media manager and also the NBA draft expert for NBAFCPRadio.com. He'll be checking in just a second. For the numbers to check in with us tonight, 407-482-3776 is the number to call in, toll-free nationwide. Also, there's a multitude of ways you can watch our show and listen to our show. Yes, I did say watch the show. If you go to livestream.com and in the search engine after you register, it's free. Don't worry, it's not going to charge you anything. You type in Tuck and O'Neal, you'll be able to see the live stream of me and Paul dressed in our red shirts. Paul and his represent his Kappa Psi fraternity, and me represent 23 from our good friends that Don't Hate the King as well too. Marc Johnson's online from FullCourtPressRadio.com as well as the social media manager, NBA draft expert. Marc, how's it going?
I'm great. Everything's good.
Good to hear. So, guys, it's been an interesting week in the NBA as well, too. You know, the big story has always been the Golden State Warriors all season. They've been blowing teams out completely, you know, and if they have been blowing them out, Stephen Curry's been putting on performances, you know, that are legendary, or in some cases, some kind of historical making events. I was in the game on Thursday where he scored 51 points, 10 3-pointers. He set the all-time record for most consecutive games of 3-pointers. Then on Saturday, he turned back around and set the single-season 3-point record with 24 games left in the season. So, guys, in the last couple of days, what have you seen from Stephen Curry that's been either record-breaking, or is just something that, you expected, or, those things? Paul, what's your thoughts on those?
Well, Curry's been nothing short of amazing. I mean, the Oklahoma City game was awesome. I mean, now, I will say this. I don't know that Curry would have had the opportunity to hit that 40-footer had the refs not been a little overzealous with the whistles. I thought that took away from the game a little bit. I thought the refs kind of played too much of a factor in that game. So that was my only concern about it. And the great thing that came out of it, though, was to see Curry hit that shot. Like I said, otherwise he wouldn't even have gotten the opportunity. So that was really just a special game, man. That was one of the that's one of the funnest, and I know funnest isn't a word, that's one of the funnest games that I've seen in a long time. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed watching that game.
Exactly. Marc, in the last couple of games, Curry's hit 10 3-pointers, I think 3 consecutive games. I think it was like 32 3-pointers in his last 3 games. Are we all now convinced that he's probably the greatest shooter we've ever seen in the history of the game?
I would say so. I mean, he just plays with such a confidence that I'm just like, that's what the greats have. They play with a great confidence. He's playing with such a confidence, and he's just letting that shot fly. It's like as soon as he steps past half court, he thinks he can make all of them. And that's really what he's doing. He's stepping past half court, and he's just pulling up like, look, I can make it from here. And if he has an open shot from 40 feet, he'll take it, as opposed to defended shot from 23 feet. He'll take the 40-footer. That's what he'll do.
Yeah, which is insane because you've never seen another player do that. I mean, we've had some great shooters: Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, Steph's father, Dell was awesome. Dana Barros. Mark
Abdul-Rauf.
Well, listen, we'll get into that in a little bit, but yeah, I'm telling you, man, I've never seen anybody who could shoot off the dribble or catch and shoot situations. He's the most remarkable shooter I've ever seen.
What was so impressive about Saturday's game, for example, was the fact of Golden State didn't hit a single three-pointer outside of Stephen Curry until late in the fourth quarter, where Klay Thompson hit that one in the corner.
It was a big shot, too.
It was a big shot. They went basically the entire game with Stephen Curry just launching from everywhere on the side of the court.
Yeah.
Thursday night was the same example when they, in Orlando. Even the night before in Miami, it's just a one-man wrecking crew shooting three-pointers. But the question is, it's not the fact of how great the Warriors have been to start this season, because we've all talked about this until we're all blue in the face. They're on pace to break the Bulls' record. But if Kevin Durant does not foul out in the game in the fourth quarter and the beginning part of overtime, do the Thunder actually win this game? Because they were controlling the game most of the game. Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, I thought the refs, were way too tight with the whistle, especially calling that foul at the end of the game. Yes, technically it was a foul, but ref, you're supposed to swallow your whistle unless it's an obvious foul.
Yeah.
You just don't do that. And Andre Iguodala was the first role player to get a call against a superstar at the end of the game in the history of the NBA. So I was surprised at that, but, it just seems like, the league executives and Adam Silver and all these guys on the Warriors bandwagon and everything, and I'm just like, the Warriors are a great team by themselves. They don't need your help.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, here's the thing, because the Thunder pretty much dominated most of this game. The Warriors didn't really take a lead till pretty much the fourth quarter. And for three quarters, it was Kevin Durant matching shot for shot with Curry, and then Russell Westbrook getting in the paint, doing what he has to do, and the rest of the guys are just contributing. And for me, all season, it's all been about that's the way you beat the Golden State Warriors, is let Stephen Curry make all the damage. Now, Paul, in your opinion, is there any other team in the Western Conference or in the NBA who can beat the Warriors in a 7-game series? I'm going to start with you guys first, and then I'm going to go into what I have to say after that.
Is there anybody besides OKC? Is that what you said?
Yeah, is there anybody else besides OKC? So we saw it. I mean,
OKC has, I think, the best chance. This is something I want people to stop overreacting to. The Spurs got blown out by the Warriors. Yes, I'm aware. Mm-hmm. We're talking about Popovich. He does not care. he has no – listen, Popovich does not care about regular season games. Mm-hmm. All right? Tim Duncan didn't play. I just get this feeling from Popovich that he's holding something back when it comes to the Warriors, like don't show your hand too early. I could be completely wrong. And I think the Spurs, where their issue is, they don't have enough perimeter speed and defenders. I mean, Kawhi is amazing, but he's one man. Mm-hmm. So I think that there are obvious mismatches with the Spurs, but on offense they also have the ability, and they do it masterfully, to slow a game down. So I think the Spurs can in a 7-game series, and another team that's played the Warriors. I kind of gave it away right there, but another team that's played the Warriors exceptionally well all year, close games, is the Clippers. And I think a lot of that has to do is Chris Paul just won't back down from the young guy trying to take over as top point guard. So those are the teams that I think are really in it for the Western Conference. I don't really think any other team has a shot. Mark,
but I mean, Paul mentioned a few teams. Can any of those teams beat the Warriors in a 7-game series, in your opinion? Any of them?
I think the Thunder, they certainly have the firepower, to match up with them. The Clippers, defensively inside, they can do some things. I think they can slow Draymond Green down. I really kind of think that's key. If you can't really score with him, you're going to have to slow that guy down. He's the one player that Golden State really doesn't have a replacement for. So, if he goes out the game, it's really nobody on the bench really to fill in and do the things that he does. Now, at all the other positions, it seems like they're okay. Even with Steph being a superstar, Klay Thompson, he's an all-star, they still can actually put in quality replacements for them, for, a number of minutes. But Draymond Green, it seems like it just drops off, with the rebounding and the passing and things like that. So I would say both of those teams have a chance. Spurs, they'll find a way to get it done. When you count them out, usually is when they play their best. So I wouldn't count them out just yet.
I just have one team that's going to do it, and they will do it. Not can do it. They will do it. It is the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Why?
Very simple. We watched the game Saturday. You have two of the top 5 players in the world who are motivated. Let's just be honest with you. Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, they have not played in the playoff series together, in the last 2 years. It's always been one's been hurt in the playoffs, and it just didn't happen last year. They didn't make the playoffs. If you watch the way Kevin Durant's facial expressions was when he's hitting those shots in the fourth quarter, he is focused. Yeah. He wants this more than anything else because it's his time to be a superstar. It's his time to take over the league. Stephen Curry now has that role. He doesn't want to go in the offseason and have the possibility or the thought process of having to join Stephen Curry in Golden State in order to win a championship. He doesn't. He also knows that he has a 1-year window left for Russell Westbrook. He can always stay signed for another year, and they can try one more year. But this is his best chance to do it. They added Randy Foye. They've had Serge Ibaka. He can play the 5 with Draymond Green if they have to go small. They have enough pieces to the table. The people question Billy Donovan's coaching ability, but remember, yes, he has not coached an NBA playoff game, but this is the same guy who won 2 national championships at the University of Florida. He knows how to win big games. He's coached in some of the craziest environments possible, and really, he's used to coaching 1 game and out situations. Think about what happens when he has the ability to adjust for 4 and 5 games.
Well, I think that's where we'll see. Can he adjust? Like you said, he's used to the 64-team format, one loss, you're out. That's where we're going to see if Billy Donovan can keep up with these other NBA coaches. I mean, the regular season doesn't tell it. The playoffs will. Can he adjust game to game? Can he make lineup changes game to game to match what Steve Kerr did? I mean, Steve Kerr making adjustments last year in the finals won it for them. I still feel like Cleveland had the momentum after the first 2 games and hypothetically could have won that series without the adjustments by Steve Kerr. So we're going to really find out if Billy Donovan can handle it.
I'm telling this right now because I was at the Magic game on Thursday night, and I ran into a guy on my way back to Media Row, and he kept saying the Warriors are just going to obliterate everybody. I said, I looked him dead in the face. If you're listening to the show tonight, I'm pretty sure I'm calling you out again. So if you're listening to the show, I left you the phone number to call in. So basically verify this. I looked him dead in the face and said, if the Warriors and Thunder played a 7-game series, the Thunder put out the Warriors in the playoffs. And I put Magic tickets on it because I'm that confident that the Thunder get the Warriors in a 7-game series, they will put them out of the playoffs. If anybody wants to argue me this point with myself, Paul, and Mark, 407-482-3776. When we get back, we'll talk a little bit more about the Warriors, but also at the same time, there's a few other topics. LeBron James, the Cleveland Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving situation, as well as I saw the Philadelphia 76ers on Sunday, and that was pretty bad. Mark, you got some explaining to do. This is Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELLC on Sports Talk Today, the team. Right back after this break.
Are you looking to expand your reach and following in all platforms of media? Do you need a jump start in expanding your brand to all markets across the world? SOFO is here for you. SOFO means something for everyone, and they are here to help you expand your business through all platforms of media. Their experienced team is here for you to expand your brand and put you and your business in places that you would have never been before. Check them out at www.sofoellc.com or call 407-607-9862. Follow SOFOELLC on Instagram and Twitter.
Looking for a great place to eat in the College Park area of Orlando? A place to go on special occasions like anniversaries, date nights, or just because moments? Well, Pepe Bistro is the hottest new place to go in Orlando. Pepe features flavors from the Mediterranean as well as Italy, with a full bar and wine menu. Check out their Saturday brunch and live local jazz on Thursday nights. Stop by the Pepe Bistro at 2611 Edgewater Drive at the corner of Edgewater and West Winter Park Street, or give them a call at 407-420-1144 to make reservations.
Parents, do your kids like to run around the house? Do your kids have a nonstop stream of energy? Well, Preschool Sports has a program to help you and your children be able to take that talent and energy and give them an outlet to grow those skills with their brand new track and field program. From ages 2 to 11, Preschool Sports will be able to teach them as individuals and as a team. To sign up or